Alright, a little update on the Pixel. Some must-haves. Obviously, I got a case for it. Like I said when I showed off the phone, I didn't have the case yet, but I had ordered it. I ordered the case directly from the Google store. It's a Bellroy leather case, which I really like the way it looks. I like the way it looks with the, the silver on the visor, camera bar visor. Yeah, I think it looks good. It feels nice. It's got just enough grip to it. It's not slippery. Buttons are aluminum on the side. They're a little stiff, but that's okay. They feel good, and they will wear in. The Bellroy website and Amazon had this case for $60 Canadian, but the Google store had it for like $45. So I bought it off the Google store directly. Wireless charger. Well, as you can see, I bought two of them. Couple of things here that I had to buy two of because it's kind of hit or miss. So I bought this one originally, and it was I think on the box for this one it was advertised as like a 15 watt quick charger, or sorry, 15 watt wireless charger, and it was on sale for like $10. So I was like, okay, I'll try that. And well, it doesn't really work. It kind of works, but not really. So if I put the phone on it like this, like you would expect, it won't charge. It will try, it will connect, and it will disconnect. There's three lights on the bottom. The three lights will come on, it'll say it's wireless charging, and then they'll go off. If I put it this way, it may work, but it's really picky. Like if it's off a little bit, I don't know. I think if it's dead center, it doesn't quite work, but if you kind of offset it a little bit, it works. It's really picky where that's got to be, and so I don't know. Maybe it's just the position of where the coil is in here. Maybe it's just not a good match for where the coils are, on the back of the phone. And the fact it doesn't work like this, which is kind of how I would want to mostly set it down, kind of sucked. So, yeah, had to buy a second one. This one was advertised on the box as being a 10 watt wireless charger, and it was $20. So, yeah, this one was 15 watts, and it was on sale for $10. This one was advertising 10 watts, and it was $20. But this one works fine. You put it like this, like you would expect, and it just works. This one just has one LED down here. That LED lights up, and it will charge the phone. Overnight you'll get a full charge. So whatever. I'm not too worried about if it's 10 watts or 15 watts. Like I said, I usually charge my phone overnight. The slower it takes, the better, in a way. It's less heat on the battery, the slower that it's charging, especially with wireless charging. So the point is, this one works, and the other one doesn't. And same thing with the headphone jack adapter. So at first I was kind of bummed that this phone didn't have a headphone jack. And, but then I remembered, oh yeah, duh, like Type-C to headphone adapters exist. You mentioned it in the comments on the last video, and it was like, well, duh, yeah, geez. It's like I just kind of forgot for a second that they existed. I've seen them before. I knew that they existed, but for whatever reason, I wasn't thinking. I guess I just hadn't thought of it yet. But anyways, so I went to the store. And I bought two of them. I bought two because I want one for my headphones at home, and I want one for in my car. My car's a 2010. It doesn't have Bluetooth. It does have USB audio, and it does have auxiliary in audio. And so I usually use the headphone jack on my phone to go to the auxiliary in. So I bought two of them. And the one that I was going to use in my car, it also has the Type-C pass-through, so you can charge the phone while listening to music, which in the car is ideal. So I bought two of these, and just like the wireless charging situation, only one of them worked. So the one on the left worked, the one on the right, which is the one I wanted for the car with the pass-through, didn't work at all. It would just act like you didn't plug headphones in at all. Sound would still come out of the phone speaker. And so it turns out that not all phones are the same, the way they output audio through the Type-C port. Some phones have a DAC. Well, they all have a DAC because they've got speakers, but some phones have a headphone DAC inside of them, and they output analog audio out of the USB Type-C port. So really all the dongle's doing is changing the shape of the Type-C port to a headphone jack. There's no electronics inside of it. There might be a resistor or something to, pull down a pin or something to tell the phone there's headphones in there. I'm not sure, but there's really no active conversion going on. And then other phones, on the other hand, will have no headphone DAC in them, and so they output digital audio out of the USB-C port. And in that case, the dongle has to have the DAC in it. So some of the dongles have a DAC in it, some of them don't. The point is, it's kind of hit or miss. Some of these are going to work on certain phones, and some of them aren't going to work on certain phones. But there's no real clear indication. Nowhere does the Pixel tell you, if it needs a DAC in the adapter or not. And that wouldn't really matter because neither one of these packages mentions it. Neither one of these packages say hey, this one doesn't have a DAC in it, your phone has to have a DAC in it, or no mention whatsoever of even remotely what phones it may or may not work on. It's very, very basic packaging. No mentioning if it has a DAC in it or what phones it may or may not work on. So again, bit of a crapshoot. I bought 2 of them. One of them works, one of them didn't. I guess that's it. Couple of things I wanted to show. I've got the phone kind of set up the way I want it. I'm really digging the background on here. This wallpaper looks awesome, especially on this OLED screen. And there's not much settings I've changed. I've made it so that the phone goes to do not disturb mode if I put it screen down, which is kind of nice. I was hoping there was an easy way to make it go do not disturb when it's wireless charging. So when I throw it on the charger at night, it won't, ding me with any notifications, until I pull it off the charger in the morning. Haven't found a setting for that, although there may be a way to do it. There is some rules and scheduling things that you can set up, but I couldn't figure it out. So if you guys have figured it out, let me know if there's a way to have the phone go do not disturb. I think you can set it do not disturb between certain hours, but ideally when it's on the wireless charger, it's do not disturb. That would be ideal. But yeah, other than that, loving the phone. I'm getting good battery life out of it, believe it or not. Again, I'm a light user. I don't play games on my phone. I don't spend a lot of time watching TV shows. I watch a little bit of YouTube, scroll a little bit of Facebook, a little bit of Reddit during the day when I'm on a 15-minute break or something at work. But for the light use that I'm using this phone, I'm ending the days with 40% battery life most days, at least, sometimes more. So yeah, the battery life on this phone, it might not be amazing compared to some others, but for me it's fine. It's plenty. I will definitely make it through the day with battery life to spare, so that's fine. Love the phone otherwise, but yeah, some necessities there. Definitely got to get a case for it. The wireless charging is nice. It's handy, at the end of the day, at night, just plop that on, and take it off in the morning. That's super quick and easy. You're not going to wear out your USB-C port, and a little bit slower to charge, but again, that's okay when you're letting it run overnight anyways, or letting it charge overnight. Anyways, that's fine. So yeah, I guess that's it. Just a heads up on wireless chargers. Some of them may work better than others, just depending on where the coil is and how that lines up with your phone, I guess. I don't know if this is necessarily defective. It might work fine on someone else's phone, but and then, same with those USB-C to headphone jack adapters. They're kind of hit or miss. You almost kind of just got to buy one and see if it works. If it doesn't, return it and try the other one. Yeah, anyways, that's it. See you later.